we added in a total of 38 players. These are the players that we added in. So these are players that I think are good players, players that are worth like targeting either for this weekend or just in general, because their L15s are low. They have the potential to outscore their L15s and give you some good scores of 60 points or more. They're either players that have good utility or they're players that are also playing for good teams. They have the potential to start a lot. So we've added in Ibrahim, Urruti, Cato, Nicolas Ibanez, Andres Gomez, Sergio Cordova, Lucas Janssen, Marcus Pink, Amarilla, Gerso Fernandez, Lucero, Fujita, Raposo, Badeo, Bo Kyung, Hercules, Alcaron, or Alacon, sorry, Liget, Unwong Sang, Vargas, Bernadeschi, which I thought was incredible, that Bernadeschi's in there for L15 to 39, Hankyo 1, Byron Nieto, Euclirod, who's a big baller actually, Tachi, Jinho, Insua, Asada, Hollingshead, Javier Brown, Vitor Hugo, Tsunomoto, Cheberko, Joe Bendick, Hyung Mo, Andre Hansen, Shugeno, and Yang Han. I made a big mistake, guys, on Pookie yesterday. And I think I made that mistake because I've been feeling a little bit under the weather. I'm going to explain the mistake that I made so that you guys don't make the same mistake in Pookie. Because you can see here that we have match day 11 and we have match day 12, right? Match day 11 is our live game week for the USA League. And then this is the upcoming match day for the USA League. Now, if you've been on the streams for the last couple of days, you're probably thinking to yourself right now, well, where's the Argentinian league that you entered, Free Tip Scout, right? And the Argentinian league has already finished. Now, the mistake that we made is that if I just go into the Argentinian league here, this is the mistake that we made. And I'm really annoyed at myself that we made this because we put so much good effort into the Argentinian league, right? And we had a really good strategy for it. And then I basically, because I'm a little bit ill, I just wasn't concentrating enough yesterday and we overlooked it. So this is the mistake that you guys need to avoid making. We completed our match day in match day 24 in the Argentinian league. We get nothing. We win nothing, right? We finished 110th out of 206, right? In order for us to have got involved in the card rewards here, we needed to have finished, not the card rewards, in order for us to have actually won a reward, right? Some crypto, we needed to have finished 103, within the 103 positions. The only reason we didn't win anything here is because of the mistake I made. So if I click in match day 24, this is the mistake that we made here. So it's not this here, because we deliberately did not predict these 7 games, right? We then started to predict, and we spent our energy in predicting these 6 games here, or these 5 games, should I say. We did make a mistake here, where we didn't basically spend our energy in this game that was happening like earlier than these games. So we could have still spent our energy in this, but then we decided not to. And we just figured that we could still get into the top 50% by predicting only 6 games, right? And so what I'd done was we then ended up predicting the remaining like 4 games, right? We spent some time analyzing this game, right? And then we entered, I think it was yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday, actually. We then entered our predictions for these remaining 3 games, right? But guys, we didn't actually analyze the games at all. Because when we put these predictions in, we just put them in like as anything, just so we could spend the energy. But then we actually thought that today we would be able to... No, it wasn't this game. It was these 2 here, sorry. We actually then thought that we would be able to come back and do these games today. So these 2 we did spend time analyzing actually, but then these 2 where we spent the energy yesterday, we thought that we could come back to this today and do it. But the big boo-boo here is that they happened last night. So they're not going to happen tonight. They happened last night at midnight. So it said Wednesday. It meant Wednesday midnight rather than obviously Thursday midnight. So I made a bit of a mistake there, an oversight. If we had actually like realized that and done some proper predictions, we might have been able to get more points here. the only positive is that even though we put 0-0 in both of these predictions, right, we did still get some points from them. However, we might have looked into these two games. We might have thought, well, maybe it's going to be 1-0 to Nobe here, or maybe it's going to be like the home team are going to win, Tucuman against Gymnasia, which, to be fair, we probably would have done because Gymnasia away from home are not very good. They often tend to lose games away from home. So if we'd have done that properly, these two games, we would have probably then finished in the top 50%. So, guys, I can't stress it enough. Look, we miss out on some Matic, right, which is a shame. So we effectively spent all our energy for nothing because we just made too many mistakes here. So when you are spending your energy, and what we're going to do right now is that when you're looking at your match days, you really need to make sure that when you're looking at the game starting, you need to make sure that you are clear when they are starting. And if you're not clear when it's starting, always click in the game and then see the timer. So it says starts in 9 hours time, right? So if we went back here, if you were looking at this and you were thinking, okay, it starts on Thursday, so then basically we can come back and do this, say, tomorrow. Actually, no, it starts tonight at 12:30, which is then, of course, Thursday night. And if you're not kind of clear on that, you can always just, as I say, click on the game, and then you can actually see how many hours are left until this game actually starts. If we'd have done that for the Argentinian games, then we probably would have spotted that, oh, okay, we actually need to do that prediction now, because by the time we go on the stream today, that game's already going to be finished and we won't have a chance to properly analyze the game. I tend to use this ball in the MLS League because this is our rare ball and this is our most powerful ball that we have at the moment in our collection. Now, because we're using this ball in the MLS League, because that is a league that I think is just super easy to be earning crypto on a regular, consistent basis, because it's a league that has loads of goals in it. We've been boosting the over 2.5 massively on this ball, because if you are playing a ball in a league where there are loads of goals, then you want to be boosting the over 2.5, right? You don't want to be boosting the under 2.5 in a league where there are loads of goals. So the over 2.5 has been the one we've been boosting the most. However, we've also been boosting home, and we've been boosting the exact score too. Because if you are playing in the MLS is one of those leagues as well that not only has a lot of goals in it that are scored in each game, but most of the time, the home teams win every single game. There's very few draws in the MLS, and the away teams really don't tend to win. Even if they're like a top team that are going up against a really weak team, when they play away from home, it's home and away is such a big advantage in the MLS, much more so than many other leagues around the world, which is why I've been boosting home and over 2.5. But let's say, for example, if we were going to be playing this ball in the Argentinian league, then what we would be doing for the Argentinian league is we would be boosting the draw and the under 2.5 rather than the home and the over 2.5. Also, as well, I might as well just show you this, right? The way that I tend to predict is very focused on over 2.5 too. So when you look at my profile here, I have like a 70% success rate with over 2.5 and also under 2.5, but mainly that 70% is from correctly predicting on over 2.5. When you look at the exact score, it's really difficult to be correctly predicting exact score. Because if you think about the various different outcomes for an exact score, there's so many, right? You can have 0-0, you can have 1-0 to the home team, you can have 1-0 to the away team, you can have 1-1, 2-1. There's so many different permutations of a correct score. With the over and under 2.5, it's literally a 50-50 market. So it's either over 2.5 or it's either under 2.5. It's one of the two. And so you've got a way better chance of being more accurate in over and under 2.5. Home draw away is a 3 outcome process, right? So it's like either home, draw, away. So you've got like 1 in 3 to get that right, which is why this technically should be the second highest prediction or success rate that you have on your predictions. And then this should be the lowest, really, unless you're like some some godly predictor, right? That can just always predict, like, then when we are, say, predicting in, let's go back here, because then when we are predicting in, say, the Argentinian league, right? Like this one here, like in match day 24, or even in match day 25, right? If we wanted to predict in the Argentinian league, right, we can select any of our balls here, right? And we actually have this ball, which is an Argentinian league ball, which then gives us an extra boost, right? When we use this ball on predicting on Argentinian games, we would have to massively, like, level this ball up, like probably max this ball on the levels to get it anywhere close to the boost that we need from it to match the rare. That's why I'm thinking we get another rare ball now, and we just make that second rare ball an under 2.5 ball. The good thing with this is that it is going to give us quite a big boost anyway from using it in the Argentinian league, but we're still not going to get as many points as what we would get from a rare ball here, even though our rare ball is not really suited to the Argentinian league because it's very focused on over 2.5, and in the Argentinian league, it's a very under 2.5 league. So if we just have a quick look at this here, you can see that if we used this ball to do a 0-0 in this game, right, the rare ball, that's massively boosted on the over 2.5 and the home win, and it's not boosted on the draw or under 2.5, we would get 192 points, right, if this outcome happened. If we decided to use our Argentinian ball here, right, just switch to it. Did we switch to it? Yeah, we did. There we go. So if we use our Argentinian common ball here, we are going to get a boost for using it in the Argentinian league, right? We're going to get 176.9 points, right? And that's a ball that's at level 0 that we haven't boosted yet on the draw or the under 2.5. So technically, we, if you compare the 176.9 to the 192, this is a level 40 ball that we're using in here that technically is not optimized to be used in here. Because if we're only getting an extra 20 points with a level 40 rare ball, right, we should really be trying to level up this ball more to then play it in the Argentinian league and then boost the draw and the under 2. There are 7 games that start tonight, right? 7 games. There's a total of 10. So we've used up all our energy to fully predict the games here. And we've decided to actually do this kind of experiment that we keep talking about since we've been playing and covering Pookie. And that experiment is, what happens if you predict just 2-1 in every single game in a league, in a match day? And we've done that. We haven't even really looked into the games. We started to do it, and then we were just looking into them, and we were probably thinking about doing 2-1 here. Then we were thinking about doing 2-1 here. Then we were also just thinking about doing 2-1 based on the stats. And then at this point, we kind of said, well, you know what? Is this the game day? Is this the match day where we actually just decide to do that 2-1 experiment? So this is the 2-1 experiment. We're going to see how we get on here. The good thing with this is that we're hoping that, because there's usually over 2.5 goals that happen in every single game in the MLS, we're actually hoping that this will score really well for us and get us like a nice position in the leaderboard. If we get quite a few correct scores here, we could honestly really do quite well. But yeah, I'm interested to see how this works. I think a few of you guys were saying top 50%. You reckon we can finish? I think we should finish top 50% easy. I think with this, I would love for us to be able to finish, right, in, say, the top 30. Top 30 would be a huge achievement here, because then it would show in the MLS league that you could almost just do 2-1 all the time at the moment, whilst, there's this early game advantage. You could do 2-1 without even spending any time looking into the games, and you could be pretty comfortable at finishing in the top 50%. So I'm going to keep you guys updated on how we get on with this. There's 7 games tonight that are playing, so hopefully at least a few of these end up being 2-1, and if they do, that's a great start for us. And when we get our rewards, we're then going to be leveling up our Pokeball. And of course, I think what we're going to be doing as well, there's only 68 Pokeballs available right now, so they are nearly sold out completely. We're going to be looking to buy another rare Pokeball, I think, on the next drop, because these have now sold out. We weren't able to buy any on this drop, but I think we're going to be looking to buy another rare Pokeball because if we buy another rare Pokeball, we'll then have 2 rares, 3 commons, and I think after that, we then want to try and get an epic. And then by the time we do that, we should then have roughly around 200 energy, because the more Pokeballs that you collect and the higher you level them up, the more energy, total energy, you get to spend each game week, or each week, sorry. And if you can get up to around 200 energy, you can then fully predict in 1 week 2 separate leagues if you want to, easily. And if you can do that, you can then earn some nice, reliable, consistent rewards every single game week. So the aim is to get to at least 200 by the end of the summer. And that's going to require us buying another rare one, another rare ball, and then hopefully an epic as well by the end of the summer. And as I say, guys, this is such a cool, fun game to play. I'm having a lot of fun playing it. I actually have to be completely honest with you. I did not think that I would get so involved in this game to the extent that I have. And that is a credit to the game because it's so fun to play and there's so much to it. And the level of strategy and thinking. And I find myself following the games now more and thinking about the Pookie scorelines I've predicted rather than like how my players from Sorare are actually getting on. That's kind of how much I've really started to enjoy this game a lot. So check it out. Make sure you get involved. The link is in the chat again. You can get started free to play, but if you want to start earning from your predictions this week, then you will need to pick up a Pokeball, and you can pick up at least one, which starts. Congratulations to the 3 winners here of Sorare Germany. Lonnie1309, who wins Gorkum Saglam, and then Kimchi19, who wins Anthony Robinson. 3 winners there today for 3 cards. If you missed out on winning here today, then just as a quick reminder, I am actually running a completely free giveaway over on my Twitter account that you guys will be able to see right now. So just head over to my Twitter account here and then just make sure that you enter this giveaway. I'm giving away 4 different cards here completely for free. You do not need to be a subscriber on the channel. All you need to be doing is following me on Twitter, following me on Twitch, and then just retweet and like that tweet. And then you'll be in the draw that I'll do live this Friday at 12 PM UK time. When we go live on the stream, I'll be announcing the 4 winners from that giveaway. And do not worry as well about the giveaway that we just ran, because we'll be doing another giveaway most likely tomorrow. So if you've not subscribed to the channel and you want to have a chance to win cards every time I go live, plus you also want to enjoy the content ad-free, you want to support good content, you want to be part of the Discord, and you want to be able to access these streams on demand, then you can subscribe. You can subscribe for free with Amazon Prime, and the link is in the chat, pinned to the top of the chat as well. Guys, we've reached the end of the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I felt much better here today. I do feel much more on the mend. I think I still sound a bit nasally. Probably helps my voice, doesn't it? Because I've got quite a high-pitched voice, but probably makes me sound more manly. But yeah, we had a good stream here. I enjoyed it. We spent some time looking at the capped mode cheat codes. We also spent some time doing some more scouting around players outside of that. And we had some time looking into Pookie. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll be back again tomorrow at 12 PM UK time. And you guys will be able to catch me in the Discord.